try this from the front. So let's go ahead and start with a new part file. Pick a plane right there. And draw a rectangle first. Now this one's going to get a little confusing, so make sure you follow it step by step. So this one's supposed to be a 3.17, and this one is supposed to be 1.53 tall. Now before we go, we're going to have to draw two little squares here, and we'll use that for later on. So I'm going to go here, make a square, make sure it crosses that line there. Alright, we're going to mention this here and here. It's going to be 0.3. Here is a 0.06, and from here to here is again a 0.06. Alright, we're going to trim that like so, and we have to do that on the other side. Now if you're thinking we could just use the mirror command, we could, except the computer won't like it and you won't be able to use it later on this side. So we're going to do it this way so it'll work out better for you. Okay, so again, this is 0.3, 0. This is a 0.06. From here to here is a 0.06 as well. And then we're going to go trim. Like so. Okay. So you have that. Go ahead and finish sketch. And we're going to extrude this. Now, when you extrude this, make sure you pick the squares and the actual surface just like that, so we can use all of it as just one square. We're going to extrude this as 1.60. Again, make sure everything was picked. Alright, hit OK. So now you have one solid block. We're going to go ahead and fill up the bottom of this, alright, which is this right here, and that's going to be a 0.30. So I'm going to pick that portion there, rotate it around, right there, hit apply, go back to my 2D sketch like so. Alright, now we got this crazy profile on this, so we're going to use this edge and offset a plane. So what we're going to do now is go here to plane, offset from plane, pick this surface here, and just type in 0.25. Enter. And 2D sketch, make sure you select this plane here, and we're going to draw on that. Alright, so first thing you gotta do is we need some lines from this so we can actually use them. So I'm going to do the project geometry. I'm going to pick this line here, this line, right, and those, and this one here. Okay. Ignore that bell. You should be okay. Alright, so now we're going to draw some lines here first, just like we did. You can use construction lines if you want. I don't like using construction lines. I just like using the regular lines. So I'm going to draw a line here. Make sure it's nice and horizontal. This line is going to be 1.10 long from this edge, and it's going to be from here to the bottom here. It's going to be 1.25. Okay. Draw another line. Make sure it's not green or anything, just pick that line somewhere. Make sure it's horizontal. Pick that line, and that's going to be a 1.400. And that's going to be from here to here. 1.150. Alright? Just like so. Then we've got one more line here. And that line is going to go from right here. Oop. Make sure it's not green. Just pick that line from here to here. That's going to go from this point to this point, and I need that to be at 0.2. Alright, now that we have those lines, we can start drawing our shape. Alright, so we got our lines here now. Start drawing our arcs and our straight lines. So we got arc here, 3-point arc. I'm going to go from this point here to this point. Make sure it's going out like that. Just like that. And then the dimension there is going to be 2.301. Alright. Then I'm going to switch to line. from here to there. Right, we just connect the dots there. Then back to 3-point arc. Go from this point here to this point. It's going out. And make sure that is a 2.356. Like so. Alright, and at this point we can start deleting those horizontal lines we just created. So I'm going to go here, delete that. Go here and delete that. And then I'm going to need to draw a line. Make sure it goes to the end point of that arc right here. To this corner. And then from here to that corner. And then back all the way up. So basically what I did was I closed out that shape. Alright, so I'm going to hit finish sketch. Now when you do this, we're going to do extrude this, but we're going to use a new command that you guys haven't used. We're going to use this. It's the intersect command. What that does is basically wherever this profile and whatever shape it was, wherever they kind of meet, it will keep. And we want to go distance all. Alright, so it's the entire length of what we just created. Hit OK. And there you go. Now if you want to make this invisible, you can, but we're going to use it here in a second again, so just leave it. I'm going to go to fillet, and I'm going to go ahead and point 2 here. We're going to fillet this edge here and this edge. You can't see it, but your computer can, so if you just do that, you should be able to see it. Okay, so point 2 right there and right there. Hit apply. Alright. Okay, and then now we're going to do this portion here. Okay. I'm going to fillet that again. This one's going to be a 0.3. We're going to do the edges now. Alright, and it should be one whole edge just like that. Like so. It's 0.3. Apply. And there's that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw the bottom portion of this. So we're going to use this plane again. So 2D sketch. Pick that portion there. Alright, and we're going to need a couple of strokes. We're going to use this bottom part here. So project geometry again. Use this portion here and that edge there, so you're good to go. So now we're going to go line. In this one, I'm going to make a line from here to here. I'm going to dimension that from here to here. And that's going to be a 1.559. Alright, we're going to need these, and I'll show you why here in a second. It's basically we're trying to draw another shape. Pick this one. Again, right there, another vertical line. I'm going to dimension that, this one, and that's going to be a 1.51. Right, just like so. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Alright. Now, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. I'm going to just make it right around here, near this. Ignore that bell too. It's alright. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and just put it right on the end point, right around here, right, just across it, and I'm going to dimension this from here to here. That's going to be a 0.2. Alright. Alright, we'll need one more line right here. It's going to be a vertical line just like so. And that line, we're going to dimension it from here to here, and that's going to be 1.6. Alright, now we got all those lines. What we're going to do is we're going to connect those, use the extend command right here, and extend this line, and that's the only line you really need to extend. Okay? I'm going to put one more line. It's going to be here. I'm going to go ahead and make it connect to this line here. We'll dimension that from here to the bottom, and that's going to be a 0.130. Okay? And we'll go to the next slide, or next video. Okay, so we left off here. Next thing we got to do, I'm going to go and use the extend command again right up here. And that's just going to extend this line. So there's an intersection there. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the intersections here, these points, to make this little shape that we need to do to notch out a little portion right here. So I'm going to do a line. I'm just going to go to this intersection right there, to that intersection, to this intersection, like that. And then from here, here, I'm just going to connect the dots. Alright, and from here, all these lines we can just get rid of now, so we don't need them anymore. Delete that, delete this, and that as well. So you're gonna have this weird little triangle. I didn't use polygon command because it's really weird and a weird angle and all that stuff. So just do it the same way I did there. I'm gonna hit finish sketch. All right, I'm gonna extrude. This time I'm gonna cut distance all. I'll pick that little triangle there. Okay, so we're gonna select this now. If you can't pick this portion here, you might have to delete this portion here, but you should be able to pick it. So I'm going to pick that right there. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to distance all again. And you're good to go. Just like that. Alright? Again, if you had problems picking that, you might have to go back to the sketch and delete this, or make sure you actually click on profile so you can actually pick that shape. Hit OK. And there, we notched that out so it looks like that. Okay? So far we have that for our shape. Okay? So this plane here we're not going to need anymore for now, so I'm just going to go ahead and right click off visibility, and we're done there. Now remember those squares we built at the beginning? I'm going to go back here to extrusion 1, this very first one. We're going to hit that plus symbol in this sketch right here. We're going to go right click on it and go share sketch. Alright, what that's going to do, it's going to let us use it again to make these little squares. Okay, so I'm going to go use that one, hit extrude, and go back here, and we're going to pick these little squares we created earlier, like that. Oops, cancel, hit the entire box on accident. Make sure you pick just a little square. Alright, each one on each side, just like that. And we're going to cut it to 1.60, that's what we need. Hit OK. And now we've got that little notch right there. Okay? The way we want it. I'll zoom in real quick. Do what it needs to. Now you guys can see it's still visible there. That's okay for now, but if that's going to annoy you, go back here, right click, alright, and hit the dimension visibility. Be okay. Or you want to just do it all together, just hit visibility, and it'll make all of those invisible, if you will. Okay? So next thing we need is the headlights and the back portion. So we're going to go ahead and do the headlights first. So we need to go turn this around to the back portion, right so. Alright, I'm going to hit plane. We'll go to plane, go to offset plane. You're going to pick this surface. Now, you need to make sure you type this in negative 1.60 because we actually want to go to the front. Alright. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and 2D sketch. I'm going to pick that surface or that plane. I'm going to go ahead and turn that around to the front. I'm using my little box here, hit front. So there. I've got where I want it. Now, we're going to use the point command here. We're going to go ahead and set a point here, here, 4 points, and we're going to dimension those here in a second. Alright. Alright. So to dimension this, we're going to pick this point, this here, to this surface, alright, or that line, and that's going to be a 0.32. Okay. Then from that point to this point, it's going to be a 0.27. Alright, gotta go to the next slide, or next video. Alright, so that was a 0.27 right there. Now we gotta dimension it from the bottom. We're gonna pick this again from the bottom here. Alright. And that's going to be a 1.35. Okay, so that's a little skewed. So dimension this part here to that same point, 1.35. Alright, and that should be good. So we have to do the other side as well. So again, we're going to dimension it here to this edge. Was a 0.32. from here to this one, it's going to be a 0.27. Right. And from the bottom, 1.35. Here, 1.352. So it's good. All right, now you got to make sure they're in the proper distance apart. So we're going to go dimension this point here to this point, and that's supposed to be 2 inches. Okay. Oh, it's got it right there, so you're good. You don't have to worry about that. So as long as you have dimensioned those, and it should be centered in. All right. So we're going to hit Finish Sketch. All right, flip it around so you can see it again. All right, I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. All right, now we're going to use the hole command here, and what we're going to use is we're going to change some of the measurements here so we can actually use them, and it'll be going to the our car, our front. All right, so this one here is going to be 1. Keep that 1, and this one's diameter is going to be a 0.2. Alright, make sure you have it on the angled edge here. Now notice that this is actually going away from it. Right here I want to just go and flip it so it's actually hitting to my car. So when that hits there, it's going to cut it. Okay, and there you have the headlights, if you will, of the front. I'm going to right click on this, click off visibility. Alright, I'm going to do the wheel axles now, or for the wheels. So it'll be the same process as the holes there. We're going to do a 2D sketch like so, right there. Get a point. Just going to throw it there somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and dimension that from the bottom. All right, the center that's going to be a 0.30. All right, go back there to this point, and that's going to be a 0.5. Like so. I'm going to finish sketch. I'm going to go to hole command again. This time around we got to change this to a 0.35. Okay, and this one's going to be a 0.29. Alright, make sure it's going into our car. Okay, boom. Now we got to do that to the other side as well. So again, 2D sketch, click on this, and same dimensions as last time. So we're going to use the point command, just plop that there, dimension from here to here, it's 0.5, from here to here, it's 0.30, and then finish sketch, hole command again, it should still have the same measurements, hit OK, and there's your axle. So the last thing we got to do now is put the little portion here, and it will be done. Okay? And we'll do that on the next slide, or next video. Alright, so we just got to do the the back portion here. So what we're going to do is 2D sketch right on there. Alright, just like so. And draw us a little rectangle. Alright, we're going to dimension it out so it doesn't really matter exactly where. So here, from this top one to here, that's going to be a 0.30. From the bottom, there is again a 0.30. From here to this edge is a 0.39. And then of course from here to this edge is a 0.39 as well. Okay, so once you have that, you can go ahead and fill out the shapes in here in this sketch, and that's supposed to be a 0.20. We'll go from here to here, here to here. Just like so. Finish sketch. Show you guys that. Extrude. We're going to pick that surface there. We're going to cut into the block, and we have to go in 0.57. extrude, and that is done. Right? Then of course you can change the color. I believe my color was a blue color, and again, any color you want on there is fine. If you find the blue, find the blue. Alright, but that's up to you. It should be good.